Few names spark as much emotion, curiosity, and endless debate as Song Hye-kyo. For decades, she has been more than just a leading lady on screen. She has been the face of unforgettable romance, heartbreaking sacrifice, quiet strength, and elegance that feels almost untouchable. But beyond the scripted confessions and cinematic kisses, there has always been one question that fans across the world whisper whenever her name trends. Has she found love again? Welcome back to Buzz and Tea, where we don't just spill the tea, we stir it gently and let it simmer. Today's story isn't about wild accusations or reckless rumors. It's about timing, subtle clues, emotional growth, and the truth fans may not have seen coming. Let's start with what we all remember. Song Hye-kyo's love life has never been ordinary. From her early days as the nation's sweetheart to her evolution into a global Hallyu icon, her relationships have unfolded under the brightest spotlight imaginable. When she starred in the global phenomenon Descendants of the Sun, alongside Song Joong-ki, the chemistry felt so real that fans dared to believe in fairy tales again. When their on-screen romance turned into a real-life marriage, it felt like the ultimate K-drama ending had come true. And when it ended, it felt like the entire world exhaled in shock. The divorce was sudden, public, painful. For fans, it wasn't just a celebrity breakup. It was the collapse of a love story they had emotionally invested in. For Song Hye-kyo, it was something far more personal, a chapter closing under scrutiny and speculation. After that, something changed. She became quieter, more selective, more reserved in interviews. If you noticed, she stopped addressing personal questions with the playful charm she once used. Instead, there was composure, distance, growth. She focused on her craft, choosing roles that felt heavier, darker, more layered. And then came The Glory. If you watched The Glory, you know it wasn't just another drama. It was a transformation. The bright, romantic leading lady was gone. In her place stood a woman hardened by pain, driven by purpose, controlled and calculating. It was almost impossible not to see parallels between art and reality. Fans couldn't help but wonder, was this role therapeutic? Was she channeling real-life emotions into fiction? But here's where things get interesting. After The Glory's massive success, something subtle shifted again. The aura around her softened. The interviews felt warmer. Her social media presence, though still curated, carried a different energy. More candid smiles, more relaxed moments with co-stars, more glimpses of genuine laughter. And fans noticed. Whenever she appeared alongside her The Glory co-star Lee Do-hun at press events, timelines exploded. Was it just professional chemistry? Or something deeper? The age gap fueled conversation. The lingering eye contact sparked edits. Even the way they spoke about each other in interviews was dissected frame by frame. Now let's pause here. Do we have confirmed dating news? No. Do we have undeniable proof of romance? Also no. But what we do have is something more powerful in the world of entertainment: narrative. Fans love a comeback love story. They love the idea of healing after heartbreak. They love watching someone rebuild, glow differently, and possibly open their heart again. And when the subject is someone as admired and enigmatic as Song Hye-kyo, every smile becomes a clue. Let's talk about the clues that started circulating. First, her renewed confidence. There's a difference between surviving and thriving. In recent appearances, she doesn't look like someone carrying unresolved weight. She looks grounded, steady, comfortable in her own rhythm. Second, her interviews. When asked about happiness, she no longer gives vague, guarded answers. She speaks about self-love, peace, gratitude. That shift alone made fans wonder, is there someone quietly supporting her behind the scenes? Third, her social circle. Over the past couple of years, she has been seen reconnecting with friends, attending fashion events, and appearing more socially active. It may not scream new relationship, but it does whisper something important. She's not hiding from life anymore. Now let me ask you something. If Song Hye-kyo were dating someone quietly, would she announce it immediately? Or would she protect it fiercely? If we've learned anything from her past, it's that she values privacy. Her silence is not emptiness, it's intention. She has seen how quickly love can become public property. She has witnessed how narratives can be twisted. So what if the truth fans didn't see coming isn't about a specific man, but about her approach to love itself? What if she has found love again, but this time it looks different? Maybe it's not dramatic, not headline grabbing. not a whirlwind co-star romance splashed across dispatch reports. Maybe it's calm, private, intentional. Maybe it's someone outside the industry. Or maybe it's someone we've already seen but never suspected because she's guarding it better than ever. And here's the twist. What if the real story isn't about whether she's dating, but about how she has redefined love on her own terms? For years, fans associated her with romantic fairy tales, autumn love stories, sweeping confessions, iconic kiss scenes in dramas like Autumn in My Heart. But the woman we see today feels different, more mature, more aware. Love, at this stage, might not be about public declarations. It might be about peace. And that's what many fans didn't expect. They expected either another dramatic romance or lifelong solitude. What they didn't expect was this middle ground, a woman fully in control of her narrative. Let's also address something important. Sometimes the strongest glow up after heartbreak isn't fueled by a new partner. It's fueled by self rediscovery, the way she carried the glory, the way she embraced darker roles, the way she allowed herself to step away from the perfect romance queen image. That alone speaks volumes. But human beings crave connection. Even icons do. So is she in love again? Possibly. Is she happier than she was a few years ago? Visibly. And sometimes that's the bigger story. There's also the cultural factor. In Korean entertainment, dating confirmations often come suddenly and formally. Agencies release statements. Headlines explode overnight. Silence doesn't always mean absence. Sometimes it simply means discretion. If tomorrow news broke confirming she was in a relationship, would fans be shocked? Or would they say, we knew it? Because if we're being honest, many already suspect she has quietly moved on. And here's something worth reflecting on. Why are we so invested? It's because Song Hye-kyo represents more than celebrity. She represents resilience. When someone we admire goes through public heartbreak, we project our own stories onto theirs. We want them to win again, to love again, to smile again. So when we see her laughing freely at an awards show, we don't just see an actress. We see someone who survived something painful and came back stronger. Maybe that's the truth fans didn't see coming. The truth might not be about a secret boyfriend. It might be about emotional evolution, about learning that love doesn't always need to be proven publicly to be real. And when it comes to love stories in the world of Korean entertainment, few names spark as much emotion, curiosity, and endless debate as Song Hye-kyo.